Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our channel.
Welcome to our channel. Welcome.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be talking about MTV Shuga. It's a it's a YouTube series that's been going on for like 7 years.
TV series, yeah, since 2010
or something like that, yeah. So basically the show talks about HIV, which is a human deficiency virus.
Human. Yes, you got it. You just removed to make for it to say the you. Sorry guys, I just didn't go to school.
Whatever.
You know what
it is. I'm going to put it what is on that here. So the first like it talks about HIV or the sex talk basically.
Yeah. Safe sex, teenage pregnancy,
and it talks about even normal pregnancy, really, about birth controls and all these things, and it's really educative. It's something that most people learn about sex education from the TV series, because really our parents don't talk about sex education at home. Really, most of them just believe in abstinence, which is good, but at the same time, if you're telling us to abstain, like, educate us on what is right and what is wrong. Like, always use a condom if you want to have sex, obviously, and then
safe sex to be taught. Exactly.
Yeah, safe sex should be taught,
because safe sex itself, it reduces like the rate of unwanted pregnancy, the rate of STDs and all these bad things. Because despite the fact, like she said, abstinence, like you still have to teach your child the right thing to do, because the truth is that your child may decide not to abstain. You can't choose what the child will do at the end of the day. Your own is just to say and whatever the child chooses to do. So your own is to lead them in the right path. If they choose to do whatever, at least let them have the tools to know what to do. Exactly. So that's it.
So
but then we think I think like Nigerian parents really need to like teach like sex education, because it's really important. They even need to teach it in schools. I don't think I was ever taught sex education. Maybe Tayo was, since we were not in the same class in secondary school. They teach you sex education.
No, solely maybe when they bring sanitary pad to school.
They even brought sanitary pad to your class.
I don't know, but like people. But
sanitary pad is not even sex education.
It's not, but like that's what we get, because it's like everybody has Africans, we have the intuition that we shouldn't teach our children sex education, because like I said earlier, we're supposed to abstain from sex. But what do you do when you find out your child is having sex? Educate the child instead of condemning the child, so that the child does not bring pregnancy to your house, or the person does not have HIV AIDS, or the person does not bring all sorts of STD virus on. Like, I know people like it's weird, but the thing is that, hey, just have that kind of talk with your children. If you've not parents, please have that talk with your children, because if they don't learn from you, they'll learn from TV, and they'll learn from books, and they'll learn from their wrong experiences. So in order for them to have smooth experiences, you guys should just do some sex education at all. It's gonna help.
It can be awkward, but it's the right thing. They need to hear it.
So we're going to put some clips of Shuga. This season is all about high school girls, and Layla and Fa, and like, and then some other guys that basically it's all about sex in the music industry, and sex among young children,
among teenagers, teenage pregnancy. This year was about women empowerment, because we see like a girl that she's pregnant. She actually has a child, so she ran away from her husband, and she came to the city to continue her education, and she ran away from her parents. Then her mother came to stay with her and realized that she wanted to continue her education instead of giving birth to children. So yeah, we learned about there's Diana is like the
queen bee of the school. She's always introducing Francis and some other girls to bad things because she believes she has this boyfriend. It's like the big boy, it's a London return boy. So like those ones are gathering girls to just sleep with them, small girls, and like different. Diana does not have the ability to think right when it comes to upsetting things. Like now there's one clip we put where she was telling them that
how to avoid being pregnant or having STDs, that after you finish having sexual intercourse you rinse your private parts with jeans so that way you will not get pregnant and
but
you don't
it's
get
a lie. It's not
and the sad part is that all like those girls in high school actually believed her because no one was taught the right thing to do, so they all believe her. She tells them like, oh, she just gave them all manner of stupid advice that sounded very stupid, but yet they believe that because they believe that she's experienced, she knows it, she knows that
she has the big boyfriend and everything. And there is Layla is a girl that likes one guy that's like a music producer and all that, and because she's in a relationship with him, she's trying to please him by like sleeping with him and all her insecurities.
It first started with sending nudes. She said she was never going to send nudes to him, but when she saw him with another guy, she
ended up sending nudes to him.
Then she ended up like sleeping with him without protection.
And then she ended up getting pregnant, and she ended up looking for what you call it, pregnancy pills to abort the baby, but she had a miscarriage before taking the drugs. And there's Faye. Faye is an aspiring musician. Yes, she believes the only way to get through I think a career is by sleeping with people in her position and that will grant her
help her with her career.
So finally, at one night,
when she was about to sign a record deal,
her one of the people that was giving her a deal now raped her. Exactly. And the funny thing is that it's not like she was not prepared mentally that something like that could happen, but
she didn't believe
it could happen to her because she was already like succumbing to their expectation by giving them free sex, so she didn't think they would take advantage of her.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
So like whoever, it just shows that no matter who you are, like rape is rape, whether you're a prostitute, whether you're this, whether you're that, as long as it's not consensual, that is rape. So like that's just it. And it's just crazy.
So like that's what Shuga really taught us, that you should just learn how to just enlightens you on sex education.
Yes, and how some people can just be like, people that you expect to know a lot are actually really clueless. Like take for example, like if a child gets raped, what do you think their parents will first do? What do you think an African parent will do? Like they'll just say, don't tell anybody, be quiet, be this, be that, be that. But they won't remember that there's some quick measures you're meant to take. There's some quick things you're meant to do. Like take her to the doctor. After taking her to the doctor, there are just some things you're meant to, what's it called?
Some drugs you're supposed to take.
Exactly.
Like now, for example, can you mention the drugs?
Like there's there's some
PrEP.
That's pro-exposure prophylaxis. Please excuse us. Pre-exposure prophylaxis. That's meant to be taken to avoid being infected with HIV. Like those people that take that kind of drugs are people that are in a relationship with like someone that has HIV/AIDS. Like if my husband has HIV/AIDS and I do not have HIV/AIDS, I can still sleep with my husband, but I have to take that. But I have to take PrEP every time, and I have to also use condoms because those are important. Because PrEP doesn't make you not have HIV/AIDS; it just prevents you, and it's only 92%, and you still have to use it with condom for it to be actually effective, for it to prevent you people from having HIV/AIDS. So
then there's also IUD.
That's the one for the family planning.
Okay, so in this same MTV Shuga, there's this couple Yasmin. She has a sister. That one, her husband has impregnated her for like ages. She has like
plenty children. So she was over it.
She was getting tired. So her sister now like advised her to go to the hospital and get implants.
Yeah.
That's
called the loop. The loop. It's called the loop. IUD. It's for family planning. It's for you to prevent, like, it's family planning exactly to prevent pregnancy. And again, like, it's some people is inserted into the private parts. It can be inserted in the private part for 5 to 10 years, and nothing will happen. It doesn't affect you from giving birth or anything. But for that period, you will not give birth. So it's for family planning. That's what that was.
Where is the other one? The other one that's inserted into the arm.
The one that is inserted to the arm, that's the implants.
I see it now. What you saying?
Implants is like the tiny rod. So in the episode, in season what? Season 4.
Was it season 4?
Season 4.
Yes, I think no. It was season. What season is MTV Shuga now?
6. And
so maybe see a season 4 where Adesua was. Is it season 4 or 5?
I think it was season 5.
I don't know.
What EP?
PEP, post exposure. I thought you said that.
Prophylaxis. No.
Post exposure prophylaxis. Yeah. Okay, it has to be taken after someone has been exposed to the virus.
That's when we talk about that. If someone's child has been raped, like, that is part of the things they give when somebody has been raped.
Okay, PRP. I thought you just talked about.
No, I talked about.
Okay, so there's a difference between PREP and PEP.
Exactly.
Okay, there's a difference. The one is pre-exposure.
Yeah.
And one is exposure. That's before you were exposed. And the other one. Okay.
That makes
so
sense.
What then after morning pills, if you never use condoms or anything, after morning pills are really good, you can easily go and get them at any clinic.
Yeah, that's to prevent
pregnancy.
No.
Only for prevention of pregnancy. So you have to take it like within the first 10 days. Is it 10 or 7 days?
I think.
Okay, it's between 10 to 7 days in order to avoid pregnancy. And that's what Layla forgot to take. That's why she got pregnant in MTV Shuga.
Yeah, exactly. You should be responsible for, like, birth control and safe sex. Everyone should have a birth control pill. Everyone should have a condom, because it's not one person's right.
Yeah, you should have it if you are not abstaining for sex. Really. Really, if you are sexually active, kindly have it.
Yeah, it's not
and if you know you are sexually active, kindly be carrying a condom wherever you went. It's good for yourself and your self-esteem. It's not for me. But really, like, everybody, don't leave it to the guy to carry the condoms and expect the guy to always provide the condom. You as a lady carry your own condom, and yes, women have condoms. Yeah, for people that don't know. We have women condom. Like, really, it's true. Like, before we came to talk about this thing, when we asked ourselves what HIV was, we knew what it was, but we didn't know the full meaning, really. We're just laughing at ourselves, but like, it's called sex education. We learn
exactly. We
daily, and MTV Shuga is a way of learning what sex education is. So yeah, and you can watch MTV Shuga on YouTube.
Everyone can watch it
on YouTube. I'm going to put the description down below, and there's like every new episode comes out every Tuesday.
Yeah, every
Tuesday.
On
YouTube it comes out on Wednesday night by
11
p.m.
So you guys should watch it.
MTV Shuga in your schools, like, to educate the children
for them to know the right thing to do.
And the wrong thing, because either you like it or not, it's not everybody that does not sleep around, or it's not everybody that's not having sex. People are having a lot of sex. Yeah. So like, parents, you might think your child is.
It's not teaching them sex education is not license for them to have sex. Like the way they made a mistake with Layla when her auntie went to go and teach her sex education and her uncle was vexing. It's not a license, it's just teaching them the right thing to do. It's like giving your child this is cutlery to use to eat rice and beans, so that when you're ready to eat, you actually use the cutlery, not use your hand and embarrass yourself and infect yourself with germs and diseases. Did that make any sense?
It did. So our predictions for MTV Shuga. I feel Toby they're going to get in trouble finally, because Fire went to report them
at the police station about the rape.
Yes, and then
I think they'll catch Far's brother because he's going to go and steal cars.
So that one's just stealing car for that, so that he can make money for his sister.
he was pressurized to be the breadwinner because
he felt his sister was not doing the right thing,
and because their father was a drunk. So Far's story was serious. So you guys should watch it, and please let's discuss down below.
How you feel about MTV Shuga Naija 2018. So yeah, that's everything we're doing today, right? Yeah. So sex education is good.
It's important.
It's important for everybody to know what to do at any point in time, because really we all need each other at every point in time. And really, if you're having sex, I'm not judging you. Really, it's just you're the person that said to have that. So said to have sex, and sex is not bad. It's a good thing. Don't feel sad. It's not. So guys,
we're signing out.
We're signing out. Peace out. So yeah, that is it.
Yes.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Make sure you subscribe.
Click on the link below.